Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have qualifier number 9 for the 2023 Tears of the Kingdom Any Percent Tournament. Running on the main stage we have Burritos, Sledgen, Jin Young, and Gymnast86. And I will pass it over to our commentary team of Ferris Cube and Lovely Sirius. Take it away, you two.
Yes, hello. Like you said,
Hello.
this is the second to last race.
Oh yeah. And we've seen some new runners over here. All the runners that were showing up, it's the first time that we're restreaming them, and especially Gymnast is the first time he's gonna be playing in the tournament.
Yeah, very recognizable name, Gymnast.
Oh yes.
I was actually questioning it before this if he was just gonna DQ from the tournament because like he hadn't done a single one. But
Same, yeah. But
yeah,
no,
here he
he's
is.
here. Yeah, Gymnast. It's a really recognizable name. I think since I was introduced to the Zelda speedrunning community, he's a name that's already been here since the beginning almost. And yeah, we'll be seeing soon the speedrunners start their games.
They're getting ready for the countdown right now. One thing we can actually know right off the bat here is two of them, I believe, or at least one of them is on Russian.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting to note because that actually saves 33 frames.
Oh yeah, 1.1
Over
seconds. So
1.1
yeah.
seconds.
Small time save, but you know how speedrunners are, and yeah, anything that we can get, it's
Speedrunners
good.
will learn Russian to save 1.1 seconds.
Oh yes.
And it looks
Well,
like they're starting.
Yeah, game start. We will start with the prologue. It's a common thing in Tears of the Kingdom speedruns to not start from the prologue and start from a save file directly on the Great Sky Island, because this prologue can be sometimes annoying, especially for not 1.0 players, which cannot perform the trick that we are seeing here.
As
Which
you
is
Legend on version 1.1.2 cannot do what everyone else is attempting right now, which is called intro clip. And it looks like Gymnast got it.
Yeah.
Oh, but he misses the Moz doors. Okay.
Oh.
So he's gonna respawn at the beginning and he could go for it again. But that's unfortunate. He got past the first cutscene skip, which you'll see right after he clips here, because he has to do it again now. And that's the hard part, so it's really unfortunate that he voided out after getting that.
So we see speedrunners here trying to do this really particular clip. Yeah. Sander and Jin Young already are moving through the out-of-bounds section. So yeah, it's this particular clip, which is
oh, it looks like Xander voided as well.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's a jump climb clip, a really interesting clip that only works on 1.0, so that's why it's the only version that can do this time save. And yeah, later then runners have to do this weird movement on the out-of-bounds sections, basically to avoid all the cutscene triggers that we can see Sledgen stumbling upon.
Yeah, you can see Xander about to do some specific climbing here to avoid more triggers.
Yeah.
And Gymnast just making it to the end. And you could see how fast this is because Gymnast, you saw him void out and go all the way back to the beginning. And he's still beating Sledgen, who did not do the clip. So, like, optimally, that clip saves over 1 minute over running through intro normally.
So we already see for the forerunners already on this cutscene, which takes about 4 minutes. So yeah, we can use this time to explain a bit what's coming next, because yeah, it's pretty
it's a pretty difficult start for this run.
That's what
Pretty
I
much
was gonna say.
everything up until you reach the first shrine ascend is very difficult. It's basically
There,
non-stop tricks.
yeah, there's different routes that you can take, and I don't know if we will see all of those, but yeah, there's a really high density of tricks on this first section. So yeah, the first thing that we will see is this cock skip, which in the first room, right after getting the damage master sword, there's this terminal that you can activate, and that will both open the door to take the intended path towards the title cutscene, and also it will make the cocks move. And we used to activate the terminal to be able to do some specific movement across the moving cogs, so we could reach the higher part of the Room of Awakening Island, where there's the wing chest, which you are not supposed to get this early, but it's really useful for the speedrun.
Yeah, it allows us to access a lot of things, actually. We can get sticks up there as well, which also have
a
run.
That's pretty interesting too. And yeah, but we're no longer doing that. We're doing things that achieves the same purpose, but without having to activate the terminal, which takes about 40 seconds. And we'll see it soon.
Yeah. So basically there was a trick called cog jump, and we replaced that with a trick called cog skip, because it skips the cog jump. One other interesting thing to note is Gymnast has not been doing any percent.
Oh yeah?
In like over a month, I believe. He's been grinding all dungeons. I don't know what place he is in all dungeons right now, but I know he's been putting a lot of hours into it. Yeah. So I'm out of touch with what Gymnast is even going to be doing here. I don't know what route he's going to be doing. I don't know if he does early ascend.
Yes, and here
it's going to be a surprise.
The last time I saw him run any percent was for the Speedrun Colosseum, an event, and I believe he attempted early ascend there, but the Mosdor version.
Yes.
So I don't know, maybe he's been practicing off stream all this time and he surprises us with a lot of
yeah, who knows?
Strats, but we'll see soon. He's in the chat, Claudet, saying to us that Jim is third for all dungeons, which is great.
Yeah. That goes to show how many hours he's put into it.
Yeah.
Top of the category.
So we'll be seeing here Jin Young starting this trick that we've been commenting, and first try.
That trick is very difficult, so that's a really fast setup as well.
Yeah, there are multiple setups that runners use.
Ooh,
we see Gymnast here failing it.
Yeah, it looked like he did not get the speed he wanted from that one. This looks good.
Second try. That's fine too. One thing to mention is that most of the jams work the best in version 1.0. There's a bigger delay in the time that it takes for you to be able to jump slash right after diving.
Yeah.
In later versions. So yeah, that's another advantage of version 1.0. But well, we see all the runners already done with cockskip, and we see Gymnast going towards the right there, which means that he's not gonna be doing early ascent.
Yeah. If you're doing early ascend, you want to jump off the right side because you'll spawn back up close to ascend and be able to just wing straight there.
Yeah. So the basic idea of early ascent and also the route that all these players are gonna use, it's the strat which is the voice warp, which basically it's keeping your respawn position at a certain spot by not standing on the ground. Well, that's why we want the wings mainly, also for faster movement. So yeah, if we stand on wings, the game doesn't update our position. So if we void, or also it works by drowning, you will respawn at the position that you last landed. So you can do that and not touch the ground from Room of Awakening till the Temple of Time. And then you can void warp towards Room of Awakening and you'll have a way faster time getting to Ascent because it's just going downwards from there.
I've heard about 20 to 25 seconds faster than normal.
Yeah, I've done a lot of timing for the strat because I've mainly helped in developing it. I think if you are doing the most doors, you can save up to 17 seconds, and if you are doing the wing flip, which is the strats in which you do a wall fall damage cancel, a wall grab on the side of a wing that you drop mid-air, it's a pretty cool strat.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like no one's going for it. I do want to mention, I just saw, I know Xander beforehand said he was going to do early ascend. It looked like he had a little bit of something went wrong. He was not getting the Mazador jump, so he dived a little too low and decided to just give up on it and do normal. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We don't get to see anyone doing it. He even did a little bit of he shook his camera left and right as if to say, like, I made a mistake, I messed up. It's really, really funny.
Well, if viewers want to see it, then right after this stream, they can go watch the bot from the previous match in which you got the fastest time yesterday, and you got the wing flip.
I did go for wing flip.
Yeah.
Which is just the fastest way to do early ascend.
Yeah. So yeah, you got the fastest time of the tournament so far, over like 1 minute and 45 seconds, or faster than second place. How do you feel about the possibility of getting beaten today?
Let me tell you, when I saw Gymnast join, I really thought that he was just gonna, because he's kind of the king of consistency, and I know he's not really stressing about this race, so like, there's a very good chance, even after the mistaken intro, he can still very easily beat my time. As you could see, actually, his best possible time is saying 43:35, I believe. So, and it looks like he's getting frogs here, which is a strat that we've not seen yet.
That's also a really new development. Yeah. Usually runners...
he drains his stamina so he can void out of the water. But he doesn't get a frog.
No, he drowned
that is
too
not
early.
What he wanted to happen. He picked up the wrong fish. That should be fine, though. There is more frogs you can get later on.
Yeah.
He does the running wing here. You can also, I guess Gymnast will not be doing ZOAS. I was going to say you can just do no speed food if you're doing that, but it looks like you're missing a wing as well.
I believe that even without COSS, if you go for all the recent developments that I've been working on, especially, which are basically with 2 shields, you can do a lot of interesting movement options once you get bombs. Basically, you can do super bomb jumps, which are bomb jumps that give you twice as height, and also bomb recovers, which is basically a bomb jump which doesn't consume the bomb, so you can use it indefinitely. Those two techniques can be used one with another, and also there's skew, which we might see maybe. Skew works only in 1.0. It's similar, works in a similar way to the way it works in Breath of the Wild. Basically, you can store the angle in which you have surfed against the surface. Although now sadly it doesn't work for clipping in walls like it did in Breath of the Wild, but it has some uses still. We found out that if we have skew, we can aim a neutral bomb jump on the direction of the skew, and yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has some uses. It's something that's still new, so I don't know how many runners have fully adopted it into their route yet. I know I haven't. But definitely in the future it will be adopted because it can be quite fast.
Yeah. I believe that it's gonna be a really important mechanic for speedrunning to be confident using it, and
I think that's probably the next thing I'm going to learn. Actually, is I'm going to learn the skew bomb jump to skip the construct and fuse.
Oh yeah.
And since nobody's done early ascend, the routes are perfectly synced right now. So what you see is what you get, pretty much.
Yeah. So it seems that runners are doing pretty similar routes. We will be seeing difference later though, especially from Legend.
That's a really late ascend by Jin Young. He ascended like in the middle of the platform. Usually you want to ascend as early as possible there. Maybe just a little time loss. I'm not sure why. But that's minor.
So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how Legend run goes. Like, I'm not really familiar with version 1.1.02.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's quite similar. They have the slower duping method, but they still do JCC, jump climb or jump cancel clipping. Cancel clipping.
So yeah, to do viewings, he has to do middle throw duplication, which is significantly slower, and he will probably be duping rubies too, but that can be done with inventory shift duplication, which is a trick that it's only useful in 1.1.2. Works similarly in the way that the well-known dupe that 1.0 players use of pressing the inventory sort duplication, but you need actually to be consuming one item at a time, one full stack.
Oh yeah, I know the dupe method you're talking about.
Yeah, you need to consume eating one full stack of something. So usually what runners do is set a bunch of food on the ground, mushrooms or something, and pick one, eat it, and then
dupe.
To be able to do a 5 dupe of rubies and repeat this process. So it's slower, but it's not as slow as something like
duping.
middle throw duplication will be. So we see Jin Yang here getting the frogs and the chuchu jelly.
Not cooking at the lower cooking pot to his right, which I find interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if that is faster. I have not done this route before, but as far as I knew, you normally would cook at the lower speed pot, ascend up, and then wing here, so you have speed food to run through the cave with, which would save some time. But maybe that time save is negligible.
So yeah, we'll be seeing Jin Young here running through Ponsain Cave. Here there is an ore that always gives us a Ruby. And that's gonna be pretty useful for fighting the enemies in army.
Yeah, the Ruby is pretty much the MVP of the run in terms of damage. It allows us to get past pretty much everything without much issue. The biggest problem for this route is also the Rubies, though, because they're very strong and we're very weak, so if they hit one of us, then... Oh, and it looks like that Choo-Choo just jumped in front of Xander's bomb.
Oh.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I was saying. We are very weak, and the items we're getting are very strong, so... If you get hit by it, then...
Interesting to see Legend doing the battery trick shot here.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. I was considering doing that just as like a joke because I didn't think there's much use unless you're doing
Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem that he's going to Pond Safe Cave.
Yeah, it looks like he's going straight. Maybe he's doing Topaz, possibly?
I think there's another spot that he will be getting the rubies, but I'm not sure. As I said, I'm not really familiar with 1.1.2. But yeah, he's going straight for
this
fuse.
Is interesting. This is very fast, as you can see. He is winging ahead of everyone all the way into fuse. Before he was quite a bit behind because he had to do the slow duping of his wings, and now he's ahead of everyone going straight into fuse, so that'll be good. He'll be saving a lot of time here, but unfortunately he will lose some of that time when he needs to get a gem, either a ruby or a topaz, somewhere later on.
Yeah. So yeah, basically
picking up a Kisai ball.
So the game will force us either way to get the battery. So if we haven't gotten a battery right after we finish the second shrine, we will get a cutscene that takes a pretty long time, in which a construct comes and gives us the battery, so we want to avoid that. So that's why a lot of runners has gone to Point Safe Cave, also due to the ruby. But if you're not interested in the ruby, you can also do what Legend has done, which is the battery trick shot, which is basically from ascent you can throw a wing capsule towards the wraps that are right below, and that will trigger also a construct giving you the battery, and it's a way faster and faster dialogue.
Yeah, it's a lot faster, and it's interesting because you cannot do this and you can just go straight to fuse, and there will be a construct when you leave fuse that will give you the battery. But the construct outside of fuse has a very long dialogue, and he pans the camera for you, and it's probably about 10 seconds slower than the battery trick shot construct. So we're kind of, if we want to go straight to fuse, we're kind of forced to do the battery trick shot, just because of how slow that dialogue is coming out of fuse.
Yeah. We see Legend here failing bomb jump. He's gonna be using the stairs, which is a bit slow, and he's right now in the Captain Construct cutscene, which it takes about 10 seconds, and for Arrow Smuggle routes, it's one of the advantages is that it can skip this cutscene.
Yeah, we can fly over the trigger for that cutscene, land on the other side, and go straight to the end without even interacting with them. And yeah, it looks like Jin Young doing under GSI, coming out of fuse, going to Ultra Hand. This is a little bit of a scary trick. You go all the way under the map, fly a couple wings, do a bomb jump to get some extra height, and then you need to ascend up to Ultra Hand, which is an all or nothing trick. If you miss the ascend, you will void out and have to try it again.
Yeah, first we used to do the over GSI strat, which required doing some running, less wings, and yeah, you basically could have avoided using ascent at all, and which it's a animation that takes pretty long, but all the running makes it slower, I believe. Over GSI with that way, it's about 3 seconds slower.
The way he just ascended looked different than what I've seen. It looked maybe more consistent than what I've seen. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Also, I've been working on that section too. For the fastest way we know, it's obviously a Rosmagel flight. But if we can do that, I've been working on some alternative strats. Say, as I said, with the bomb jumps, there's a way in which you can chain super bomb jumps onto wings, and with 5 wings, you can get enough height so you can go straight down and reach this shrine basically on a straight path. So that's about 10 seconds faster, but I'm the only player who's trying to get that so far. And it seems that all the more advanced players, especially because it's really useful for any percent having arrow smuggle in the later part of the run for the clips.
Yeah.
So it's become more meta and all the arrow smuggle stuff.
Looks like Xander doing a interesting setup to pull the wing. Doesn't get the wing. Gonna try again here. Oh, gonna do the stair.
Tandem gymnasts here were really neck and neck.
Oh yeah, they are. They're both taking the stairs as well. As we got Jin Young and Sledgen both entering Ultra Hand. Again, remember, Sledgen does not have a gem at this point, either a Ruby or a Topaz, so though he's looking like he's quite a bit ahead right now, he will lose some time later on. And we have Xander doing over GSI instead of under GSI.
Yeah.
Since they were quite synced, you could actually see pretty clearly here the time save of under GSI compared to over. Gymnast is going to be at least, 4 or 5 seconds faster than Xander.
Yeah, it's interesting because at the end, Gymnast didn't went for speedful at all.
Oh, so, I didn't even notice that. That's interesting. So that's going to change Ultra Hand a little bit. It looks like he knows it, and he's going to be fusing bombs instead of a wing. Normally you would have a wing shield here if you have speed food, but he's conscious of the no speed food that he has, so he's going to be doing a slightly different version of the shrine.
Yeah. Another interesting strat that you can do here in this shrine for non-arrow smuggle strats, there's this glitch called Sonai Storage, which allows you to store any Sonai device from outside the shrine, and you can use it inside the shrine. So yeah, you can bring a wing inside the shrine, and with a super bomb jump, you can fly the wing all the way from the start to the end.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I've actually not seen a clip of that, but I have heard of being able to bring wings into shrines. I've seen some theorizing for using that to speed up Ascend in some way as well.
Oh yeah, it's really tricky. Yeah, Ascent is the slowest shrine so far. We have not really good movement options. We've seen it, all the runners basically running and ascending there. There's theories on how we could do it faster if we could. We can bring wings, but the problem is that we can only use one wing because although the way Zona Storage works, if you enter the shrine, you store the action of dropping one wing from the inventory. if you are on that same menu when you enter the shrine, you can drop multiple wings, but in all the shrine except Recall, the game gives you the ability which changes your menu, so you can only use one wing there. And that doesn't seem pretty useful so far to be
Yeah.
able to get a faster cycle or something.
And we
yeah,
got Jin Young pulling ahead of everyone here, already in recall.
yeah.
Looks like this is a pretty solid pace. And we
Doing
also have
pretty.
Gymnast and Xander nearly synced here, both at the
Yeah.
door. Oh, gonna be waiting for the recall here. You can also alter hand these two dials to line them up faster, but waiting for that cycle is also fine. Maybe it was a little bit too slow getting to it. Doesn't lose much time. I haven't seen too many mistakes from Jin Young so far.
No.
He's been having a pretty consistent run, it looks like.
Yeah, from what I've seen him play, he's been being really consistent. He has I'm looking at the leaderboard so far.
Also,
he has a 48-11 time to beat, so yeah, he's good.
this is definitely
to
on
that
pace.
so far. Yeah.
I'd also like to say, if these splits are accurate, it looks like Sledgen is golding 2 splits and over minus 20 seconds ahead.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it's comparing against PB, but if it is, this is a really good pace for him as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You can definitely see the time loss from the frog mistake from Gymnast. 30 minutes has not done recall yet. Not exactly what he's hoping for, I'm sure, but when you miss the speed frogs like that and you have to kind of improvise, I saw him doing like a different kind of wing to Temple of Time and stuff. Kind of have to make it up as you go, and it can be a little bit sloppy. Oh, and you could see Sledgen trying to get the Ultra Hand on the clock dial, but just taking a little bit too long and couldn't get the momentum to get it up. So loses a little bit of time to that, but again, nothing major, 1 or 2 seconds.
So we've seen both here Gymnast and Shander using them tipping towards Room of Awakening to go towards the Recall Shrine
as well.
Yeah, they're in sync. There's this animation that plays.
Food here as well.
Yeah, there's this animation that plays when you open the map for the first time, but you can easily avoid that just either by jumping or by opening the map from the plus menu. So yeah, that's a little small optimization that runners are also doing.
Yeah, that jumping is very important. I've done it so much that I do it in like casual playthroughs as well off of GSI. I'll just jump every time I open the map.
Yeah.
Just out of habit. Oh. Whoa, a little bit of a jump from Xander in recall there. That's all interesting.
We see both Shander and Gymnast here.
Xander
struggling a bit with the
it looks like. Does not like this recall by the looks of it. And we got Jin Young duping rubies on the way too well by the looks of it. I imagine he will be doing the wall clip. And Xander getting the ultra hand at the end of recall. Jin Young is zooming, you're right. This is a very solid pace. 32 GSI with this route is very solid.
Yeah.
No early ascend, no ZOAS, like very good GSI. If his PB is indeed a 48, this is definitely on pace. This could be a sub 48 quite easily with a couple good clips.
So interesting to see here, Gymnast has TP'd straight from right exiting the shrine, and Sanders has run a bit, although he
Yeah.
hasn't went out of the game. I'm not sure if that's
Yeah, you can actually
good.
see, I think it did save Xander a bit of time. I think Gymnast was a
Yeah.
little bit more ahead before that TP compared to after.
Yeah, the difference is that Xander, he has here speed foot.
And you could also see Gymnast with no speed food trying to do a
Yeah.
backflip wing to still fly to Temple of Time as best he can, but that backflip wing loses a lot of height, so unfortunately he hit the ground and could not keep the momentum. So he's gonna have to run a little bit.
Yeah. Jin Yang here
Yep.
entering the well.
Going to be doing the JCCs as I mentioned earlier, jump slash cancel clipping.
So
You'll
yeah,
see
we
him
want
start
to
a
go.
jump slash, cancel it by opening the L menu, and then switch his shield. And then once he clips, just like that, just do a shield jump and you clip. He did it so fast, couldn't even
Pretty
explain what he
fast.
was doing. That was an incredible clip. Perfect. It does not get much faster than that.
So as we mentioned, these tricks can also be done with the arrow smuggle technique that we're not seeing today, but yeah, it works the same way, but more automatically, because having a rose smuggle allows you to cancel a jump slash just by pulling the bow, so you don't have to do all that menuing. But yeah, he's done it pretty fast there.
Yeah, that was incredible actually. The menuing there was instant. Oh, it looks like Jin Young got like a pop-up on his stream or something, had to close. And we got Sledgen also making his way to the well.
So Jin Yang here going for the ragdoll clip, and he got it successfully. This trick basically.
Sledgen's actually going to the castle.
Oh yeah.
This is interesting to see. Not doing the well clip, doing the castle clip instead.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where he's supposed to get the rubies or topaz.
Oh yeah, that is such a good point actually. Not getting topaz, maybe Clouded would know. Clouded mentioned something about topaz earlier. There is a diamond here, but that does not have the same like blast radius as a topaz or ruby, so not as useful. Oh, I assume this is for Sledgen's route. It goes to Diamond Halberd and Gem from Royal Hidden Passage. Interesting. Is that optimal 1.1.2 route? I'm unaware of this. Okay, so it gets damaged by that on purpose, so he gets double damage. I assume that his durability here matters, so he wants to be getting the most out of that diamond spear. Does not want to be wasting durability. And the halberd that he got, I believe it's called a Knight's Halberd. The unique thing about it is the damage is doubled when you're on one heart. So he purposely gets damage there so that his weapon does double damage. And you could also see him doing the fast duping method for 1.1.2, eating a bunch of items so he could dupe those bananas.
So yeah, he's getting attack food.
And while all this is happening, by the way, Jin Young in army, already done Bokoblin's Endless Alpha, so the 2 hardest phases. Just has to get this one Gibdo off of him. Gibdos are very annoying because they're very fast.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool. He gets bullet time so that he could take care of it.
Oh yeah.
Without getting hit, just super safe. Looks cool as well. And now we again, Gymnast and Xander are synced, so this will be interesting to see because Xander is doing castle clip, Gymnast is doing well clip. Looks like Xander has to do a little bit more flying to get to the castle.
Gymnast failing the fall damage cancel there.
Oh, I did not see that happen. That is rare for Gymnast. Gymnast
Oh.
really good at the fall damage cancel, very consistent. That does not happen. He may have gone a leg spike. I know sometimes with those fall damage cancels, you can get a leg spike, and your load screen for switching your shield is slower, and it could throw off your timing completely. Xander getting the clip, and Jin Young preparing to do his second clip. First one after Army. Gets the setup.
So yeah, in this game, all the walls are double-sided, so that's the reason why we are doing 2 clips. First, also...
Perfect first clip there. That was...
Yeah.
This is actually a very solid pace.
Yeah.
If he gets his next clip here, I would not be surprised if this is a PB pace run. I have not seen any mistakes so far.
So yeah, we see here Jin Young trying to do the second clip, and also Xander at the same time. Although he's already out of bounds, he needs to get back in bounds with the ragdoll clip.
Yep,
and
Xander
it's
is actually
fine.
doing a backup that I've been looking at.
Oh yeah.
See him doing a shield jump here, removing it, just to be more consistent than doing a regular ragdoll.
Yeah, you can do that straight from a dive, just doing a fall damage cancel and landing on a precise spot, but somewhat inconsistent, I believe. So yeah. That's nicer and
ragdoll has
doesn't
never
lose.
been fully consistent. And it looks like Xander is entering Army. Jin Young still at clips. Oh, and Jin Young gets the clip.
Yeah.
That is really good. This is looking like a really good pace.
So yeah, we see Jin Young here with the Saggle Spear in 1.0. Saggling allows us to stack a lot of damage. You can see it right now in just a Flurry Rush. He managed to kill the phase 1 Ganondorf. As I said, that only works on 1.0, that's why we've seen Legend they're getting a bit earlier as attack up foot to be able to get a faster Ganondorf without the possibility of struggling to deal more damage.
And we got Xander again doing some camera movement to show his approval. Picking up a Gibdo Bone because that load was taking a long time to switch phases, which can happen in Army. I found that moving around a lot does help with that phase transition not working sometimes.
We see Gymnast here getting also the ragdoll clip.
Yep, looks like he did
And
go
heading
for
towards Army.
ragdoll, not just the...
And Legend trying to do the same but with the backup.
Yep. Gets it, first try, nice.
Yeah.
And Jin Young onto the Demon Dragon, still very, very solid pace, a 41-31 Ganondorf. That is, I believe, sub 47 pace. I might be wrong. Which is very, very good. I also, I was looking, I guess, at other streams. I didn't even see Sledgen have rubies and topaz.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna have to watch it back and see that. That's a very interesting route I've not seen.
Yeah.
You don't see many 1.1.2 runners anymore. Most people have updated to a later version or down patch to 1.0.
Yeah, 1.1.2 is a really interesting version. It's like in a middle ground between others. Still has plenty of glitches that later versions don't have, but yeah, it's not as fast as 1.0. And also, lots of runners decided that were on 1.1.2 decided to update to 1.2 when all the quick smuggling stuff was found.
And we have Xander getting his second clip here. That one actually looks good. I mean, well, we have Gymnast and Sledgen both in army. Sledgen also doing a bullet time here to be a little bit safer on Lizalfos, famously the most difficult phase of army.
Yeah.
And picking up that boss Goblin Horn. Xander getting his clips. Also very solid. And Gymnast on the last phase of army. Using his bow here.
So Jin Yang here going for 2 cycle, I believe. Yeah.
It is time. The last difficult part of the run, definitely going for 2 cycle by the looks of it. Gets a very good first eye. Misses a swing, but it shouldn't matter with how fast he was able to get to that first eye. This is a very timing-based, cycle-based strat, 2 cycle Demon Dragon. If you're slow to any of these eyes, you will miss it. You have to be near perfect to get this strat. And a little mistake here, but still definitely on pace for the cycle. You can tell Zelda will grab him from northwest. Zelda grabbing from northwest will always work.
We've seen him drop all the cycles, which is something interesting, and that's because the game developers really wanted us to be using the Master Swords here, so it's basically the only practical way to deal damage to the Demon Dragon.
What am I seeing right now? I see Jin Young pulling a wing, doing a fall damage cancel to land on the wing to try to make his eye faster, because he was a little bit short, and that might actually just work. If this backup works, that would be the most insane save for a 2 cycle Demon Dragon I have ever seen. I have not seen anyone do this before.
Pretty insane stuff, yeah.
If he makes it to this 4th eye here, I'm going to be so impressed. Good landing. No, barely misses it. That was a really good try to save that. He jumped on Zelda at the wrong time to get to the 3rd eye, so he came up a little bit short. Wasn't able to make it to the 3rd eye, so he tried to save it by landing on a wing to get a little bit of extra distance. And it looked like it might have worked, but he was just a little bit too slow to get to that 4th eye, so he's going to have to fly up and get it on the next cycle.
Yeah.
With that being said, we have Gymnast is through on both clips, Sledgen is doing his last clip, and Xander, I believe, is loading into Demon Dragon. Very close runs here, all very close together.
Yeah, we'll be seeing here Gymnast doing the cycling.
Oh, I would also like to mention Serious Challenges has finished his run with a time of 46:31.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he finished 5th, 46:41. That puts him in 2nd place, I believe, on the whole tournament.
That is
after you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's funny. I was talking to him about it before the race. I said I wanted both the Seriouses as top seed.
Oh yeah,
me and Serious Challenges, and that's awesome.
Well, that happened, yeah. So yeah, we only managed to showcase here 4 of the runs, but yeah, there are plenty of the runners playing on this match, and yeah, it seems that we already have a finisher, and soon we'll have a 2nd one.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about Serious Challenges, he's not being restreamed right now, but he was previous world record holder, currently I believe 4th place. So very, very good runner.
Yeah.
One of the best in the game. Not surprised that he finished with that kind of time.
First runner to implement early ascent, which was something that made me pretty happy. And on a world record, I mean.
Yeah, first run to world record.
Yeah.
And there we go. Jin Young getting the final hit on Demon Dragon. Barely missing out on... missing out on PB here. I don't know if this will be the best time for his tournament, but still going to be a mid-48, which is very solid overall. A mid-48 and no reset is very, very good. And we have Xander going for 2 cycle Demon Dragon as well here. Let's see if he can get it. Doing some jump slashes to get to that 1st eye. reading that first eye pretty much perfect. Flies up, pulls a wing, lands on it. Oh, did Sledgen get the annoying move from Ganondorf? I did not see that.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Yeah, that move that Clouded is talking about in the chat, that one-hit KO, I don't even know how to avoid it. If that happens to me in a run, I am just going to lose the run. That's my plan. And also, ZS Roach finishing second with a time of 48:20, barely beating out Jin Young. Oh, wow, actually. 3 people have just finished within 10 seconds of each other. ZS Roach with a 48:20, Jin Young with a 48:29, and Roms with a 48:31. 3 people just finished within 10 seconds of each other. That's incredible.
So yeah, Roach getting their new faster tournament PB, although I believe it's his 4th run, so it will not count towards the seeding.
And while this is happening, by the way, it looks like Xander did get 2-cycle Demon Dragon. He's also going for the fast ending, so he will be doing jump slashes here, holding backwards on the stick, waiting for a specific visual cue, around 12 jump slashes. He's stopping. Oh, he doesn't want. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, I think he's doing too many. I think he's done way too many. Yeah, I think he's done way too many jump slashes here, so it is not going to give him the position that he wants. Normally, you want to do about 12 jump slashes there. It looks like he did about 15. Maybe trying to play it safe. Maybe just wasn't sure what was going on exactly. Still, though, gonna get to Dragon. Zelda gives him a little bit of a boost, which is honestly helpful. And he's able to just glide in.
Yeah,
and
he's
now we
full
get to
health,
see
so
Jim.
as long as he doesn't take damage, he can go for the backwards. Anyway, he took damage there, so yeah, if you don't take damage, you can go for
really
the...
barely missing.
Oh, and missing too.
Yeah, the head. Oh, and Gymnast also missing 2-cycle Demon Dragon from getting bumped in the air by the dragon. That is not random, surprisingly. He will bump you in the air. It looks like Gymnast going to be retrying? I think Gymnast will be retrying 2-cycle here instead of doing the slower version, where maybe he might not be so sure where Zelda will drop him. He's gonna give 2-cycle another try and maybe be a little bit more successful this time and stick to what he knows, which is definitely smart. Xander falling off Demon Dragon again, getting ragdolled, landing on his head. I've not seen that. This is a very interesting Demon Dragon. Lots of things that I've not seen happen before. And with all of this, Sledgen is catching up. With all these mistakes from Xander and Gymnast, Sledgen is getting his chance to catch up. He's now starting Demon Dragon.
We can see an actual intended cutscene from Sledgen there. All the 1.0 runners had this angle, which made the cutscene pretty funny with the spear on the Master Sword, but yeah, since he hasn't saggled, it looks as the developers intended.
Looks like Gyptus also missing 2-cycle again. Hopefully... I don't know if he's just going to stick with this one or if he's going to reset again. I think he's just going to stick with it. And at the same time, we have Sledgen, who got off the first eye. It looked pretty fine to me. Going to make his way to second eye and maybe get 2-cycle here. Hopefully no more sloppy dragons. Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay. I thought that wing was going to get in the way, but we're good. This looks like good pace for him to get 2-cycle.
And they're gonna finish.
Xander just needs to catch Zelda.
Yeah. There's nothing that can go wrong here, so yeah. It seems that we will be finishing 5th place. Yeah.
Yep. And also, Sledgen might be getting the 2-cycle, which should put him ahead of Gymnast. If he gets this 2-cycle, all the way from behind. He was still on Ganondorf while Gymnast was starting Demon Dragon. And because of just a few small mistakes, you can lose a lot of time on Demon Dragon. And it looks like he's going to get it. Yeah, he definitely got it, and he's gonna play it safe. I guess you can't do the fast ending on 1.1.2 because of the slower Mazda, so he's just gonna go land on Zelda, fly up.
Yeah.
GG Xander catching Zelda with a time of 53:13 final time. Very solid. Xander in the chat saying, "Bro, that demon dragon. What the heck was that?"
Yeah, we've seen
Yeah,
some
it was interesting for sure. And yeah, Sledgen landing on the head,
landing
not going for the backflip. Gonna get an 8-second loading
he's
screen.
on 1.1.2, right?
Oh, so it's a fast loading screen no matter
yeah.
what. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
No time loss for him because of that difference there.
Hi, Xander.
Hello, Xander.
Hello.
Man, that Gamer Dragon was awful. I thought everything was going my way until the very end.
Yeah, it was looking good. You it looked like you did a couple too many Mazdor jumps for that ending. You did about 15. I assume your visual key was a little bit messed up. I know.
Yeah. I was very nervous, and then I was like, you know, I'll just play it safe, like wait on Zelda a little bit longer. I don't want to like take it risky. And then I don't know how he kept doing the thing when he moved his head back when I was in the Mazdors.
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, dude. And then I missed again because I landed on his
you
horns.
got ragdolled. Yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Oh, the ragdoll, that just pushed me over the edge, man. I was like, no, dude, I lost like 2 minutes there.
Oh.
Yep. I think that's still better than your run yesterday, right? That's a improvement.
Yeah, it was a little better. It was a little better. I'm still not very happy with it. I'll definitely do the race tonight as well. I wanted to do the early ascent. I was very sad that it kind of messed up early.
We were wondering that.
And then I died to the choo-choo. Because I just suck at no amiibo. I'm not comfortable with it yet.
Yeah, the choo-choo got right up in your face and you're trying to throw that bomb.
Yeah, 100% my fault though. I should have just thrown the bomb somewhere else, but I was rushing.
Yeah, it always sucks when you throw the bomb and you see it going, the bomb or the Rubin, you see it going right into like the enemy that you don't want it to hit, and you just have to watch as it happens. You can't do anything about it.
You just know. But I was very satisfied with doing the new strat that you taught me last night of going to castle, clipping out of bounds, and then getting a super easy setup for the ragdoll. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very interesting to see, yeah. We also saw Sledgen do that clip as well.
That's cool.
Yeah, your endgame, as always, pretty solid. Like, other than Demon Dragon, your endgame was very clean.
For sure.
GSI was pretty interesting too. You were neck and neck almost all the time with Gymnast.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you and
we were like
Gymnast
synced on a lot of the
race.
cutscenes too.
Yeah, pretty much the entire time.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
You was struggled a bit with getting the speed foot. He tried to go for the frogs that are right by Temple of Time, but he didn't manage to get it, so he just gave up and went all the GSI without speed foot. And
yeah, I considered that in my last race, but it just seems too scary because I don't want to go off script, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as you go off script, all these other things that you don't think about start happening.
Yeah, we definitely saw that with Gymnast. A couple things that was definitely improvised and sometimes didn't work out fully in his favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, very close runs. I mean, we had 3 people finish within 10 seconds of each other. It looks like we got a few more people joining.
Hey, yeah, we have Gymnast and Sledgen here. Hello.
GG's.
GG.
GG's.
Thanks.
GG.
You want to tell me about your run, Sledgen?
Yeah, so I lost a PB to Ore Deposit RNG.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about that because I saw GSI you weren't getting the Ruby. We were wondering if you're getting Topaz. We're not familiar with 1.1.2 routes, so you want to explain what you do differently there?
Yeah, so With no amiibo, the route that I do is I go to the castle and I get the halberd and the diamond and I kill the bokoblin, and then I open the boxes to get some attack food, and then I go down into that cave, hope for good ore deposit RNG, and it usually is fine, but sometimes it can mess you up, and then I just clip into army and do the rest.
Yeah, it looked like you had a ruby and a topaz. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
if
was
lucky or what.
that was kind of funny because
Yeah.
even though I lost a lot of time to it, the third time is like the best ore deposit RNG I've ever had. So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, you were ahead of PB at the end of GSI, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
So-
GSI and Jin Young's GSI are both very, very clean.
Yeah. And well, gymnast, how do you feel about that?
I'm sad that I did not pick up a frog.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw you going for the new
We-
Temple of Time frogs.
Yeah,
I've
we've
not seen
seen
anyone else go
you
for that in the
accidentally
tournament
grabbing the fish, the
yet.
arowana.
Well, yeah,
Instead of
I mean, grabbing the fish like doesn't really matter. That's just a few
Yeah.
seconds time loss. But it
yeah,
was,
no, but not
Yeah,
grabbing the
frogs got
frogs.
away.
Then you had to play all the GSI without speed food, which it's
yeah, that I'm not practiced with, so I'm not surprised. I just lost like basically 10 minutes to.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, improvising like that is always rough. Will you be doing the next race later today?
I guess so, because yeah, this one was. I feel like if I get seated with this one, that's not
Yeah.
particularly great.
yeah. You also struggled with a fall damage cancel too well, right?
Oh yeah, I was really confused why that didn't work.
Yeah,
'cause-
we were wondering if you had a lag spike or something there.
because I did the technique, like I did, you know, like jump slash, open up the wheel menu,
Yeah.
switch shields, but it just didn't work. Like I must have jump slashed like too early or something.
Yeah, it is there's been a couple times where I've done that and it feels perfectly normal and you just take fall damage anyway. That's why one of the reasons I switched to ZOAS, just to avoid that altogether.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with that with ZOAS.
Usually it's from pressing R2 late if everything looks normal.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Anything else interesting happen in your run, Gymnast? You missed frogs and you missed that fall damage cancel. Was everything else all right though? I know you've been doing all dungeons, so maybe you're still getting back on the any percent horse.
I mean, I got kind of, I guess maybe not unlucky, but I thought I could do 2 bombs at once when flying on a wing, but they just ended up exploding both times, and I was like, all right, I guess that's
yeah,
not
I have that
something we
same
can do.
problem. I find that if you have the wing more flat, not dipping down at all, it's more consistent.
Yeah.
But even then, like it can still happen, and I
Oh.
usually play it safe with just one bomb dupe.
Yeah, I've been experimenting also too with the new method of duping by diving on a wing that player 5 found. And with that, theoretically, you can dupe up to 5 bomb without issues, but even then, sometimes I just try to dupe one and it still explodes. It's something pretty weird. So yeah, it's
the
something
wing
that
is always
always
the-
can mess you up, bomb duping on a wing.
Yeah, it's always a little bit more random than you want it to be. Never consistent. But
Yeah, one of the downsides of 1.0, but oh well.
Yeah, that is from what I've heard a 1.0 thing, that bombs explode more easily on 1.0. Which is very interesting. We also have Jin Young here. I don't know if he is going to do a bit of an interview, if you'd like to.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. How did your run go? I think you were on a very good pace as well out of GSI. You were far and away ahead of everyone off of GSI.
Yes, it was very clean GSI.
Where did you lose your time? Because when I was looking over, it looked like you were maybe even on PB pace out of GSI. And I wasn't even sure where you lost that time.
I think I lost time in intro and Demon Dragon.
Yeah, you did not get the 2 cycle.
Yes, I failed to cycle Demon Dragon.
Yeah, that makes sense. But other than that, still a very clean run with a 48:29.
Yes,
Is that your best
Yeah.
time so far?
No, I believe it's his second best time just by about 17 seconds, I think.
Oh,
Slower.
yeah, very close.
yeah, it's very close, to
Yeah,
people.
And is that your
but
third race?
Yes,
Okay, so this is
okay.
locked in. Very
So
solid
yeah,
48 though.
yeah, he has a 48:11, but still a pretty decent
Yeah, that's very
time.
consistent. I think that's
Yeah,
quite close to your PB, right? Your PB is like a 47.
yes. My PB is 47.8.
Getting 2 48s is very good within 1 minute of your PB.
Yes,
That is very, very consistent. And
yes.
it looks like on the race we're still waiting for ZR Phelps to finish up. Everyone else
Yeah, he
finishing
just messaged me. He's considering forfeiting. I'm not sure what's going on with this race, but doesn't sound
not
good.
going too well.
No.
yeah, well, I don't know, maybe we can rate him or something if he's willing to keep going.
Yeah, let's cheer him on a little bit.
Yeah, we could maybe do that. I'm actually not sure if he is live right now is the problem.
Oh, did he forfeit?
Uh
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
checking in
like
on his
he's still
stream.
live.
I don't see gameplay, but that might be just me.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it's paused.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, if
yeah.
that's the case, then
Yeah.
it looks like it may
Yeah,
be a forfeit from ZR Phelps, which is unfortunate. I believe that's his third race, and I don't think that he got the result that he was looking for from those.
yeah. Sir Phelps had 102, 1 hour and 2 minutes PB previously. So yeah,
Yep.
that's sad. He could have beaten that maybe, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
I know
able.
he's
He
doing
was
pretty much
good
all
on
the hardest
GSI,
stuff.
but
He does early ascent, he does ZOAS. So he's definitely capable of getting better than a 1 hour time.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little bit unlucky, I'm sure, in these races. No reset can be very punishing, especially in this game, especially with ZOAS. If you die, you need to re-zuggle to get your ZOS or continue with the manual JCCs. But
Yeah,
either way, you're losing a lot of time.
a tricky strat for a tournament setting.
Yeah, it is very risky. Definitely will it'll either be a very, very good run or a very, very bad run if you're
Yeah,
doing ZOAS.
All right. I want to thank our runners, Xander, Sledgen, Jin Young, and Gymnast86 for a great show. Please give them a follow. Also, please give our commentary team, Ferris Cube and Lovely Sirius, a follow as well. Coming up on the Speedruns family of channels, we have the final qualifier for the Tears of the Kingdom 80% tournament in less than 6 hours from now. And we also have a Zelda 2 All Keys tournament race around that time as well. I'm going to send you over to Money Mercs, who's running Zelda 2 All Keys practice run right now. But on behalf of the ZSR team, thank you for watching.
Thank you, everyone.
thank you for having us.
Thank you.
GG's.
GG.